You've Googled it, you've replayed those conversations in your head, and now you're asking yourself, could I actually be the narcissist? Hi, I'm Amanda Craven, specialist in narcissistic abuse, clinical hypnotherapist and confidence coach. This question of whether you are actually the narcissist is probably the most common question that clients ask me at the beginning of our work together. If you are genuinely concerned that you may be a narcissist, already that's telling me something really important about you. So let's unpack this together. Firstly, true narcissism doesn't come with self-reflection. As you probably already know, narcissists always believe they are right. Therefore, there's no point in thinking about things, because as soon as they open their mouth and express an opinion, that is the truth. That is their truth. So they don't think about things. They certainly don't reflect on themselves, on their thoughts, or on their actions. The process of becoming a narcissist involves creating a solid shield around themselves, a mask, and they don't want to look behind the mask or behind the shield. They don't want to look inside because it is ugly in there. And they certainly don't want others to be able to look inside, see beyond the mask. That's why if you start to realise what and who they are, or they believe that you know what's inside, what's behind that shield or behind that mask, they will drop you like a hot potato, because that's a danger zone. They don't want you to look inside, and they are certainly not going to do that. So they simply don't self-reflect. Secondly, if someone believes that they are a narcissist, and that is what they are proud of this. They are proud of being a narcissist, of acting in a narcissistic way. It's nothing to be ashamed of in their book. On the other hand, for someone who is not a narcissist to believe that they are a narcissist, it is a horrific, horrendous thought. They hate the idea of being a narcissist and of treating people in the way that narcissists treat people. So that in itself gives you a big clue. Are you horrified at the thought that you may be a narcissist, or are you wearing it like a badge of honour? Do you think that that is a good title for yourself, and are you proud of it? Following on from that, if you are genuinely distressed at the thought that you may be harming other people, that signals empathy. And again, as we know, narcissists do not have genuine empathy. They may be able to fake empathy and pretend to be empathetic to somebody's situation, but it doesn't run deep. So if you value how other people are treated, if you believe it's important that you treat others as you would like to be treated or as they deserve to be treated, then this empathy is another sign that you are not a narcissist. Fourthly, if you are questioning whether or not you're the narcissist because the other person in the relationship has accused you of being a narcissist, then remember this. Narcissists will always accuse you of doing or being exactly what they are doing or being. So if they accuse you of being unfaithful, if they accuse you of being a fraud, if they accuse you of being a narcissist, then that is actually a reflection of what they are. Infidelity is rife amongst narcissists. They lie and deceive, so are often fraudulent in some form or other. And if they are calling you a narcissist, it's because innately or consciously they recognize that they are the narcissist. If you have therefore been gaslit over an extended period, then of course you are going to start believing their version of reality, and you will start to believe that you are what they say you are. And there's something called reactive abuse, which is a term I absolutely hate. It's used to describe the reaction, the defense mechanisms that somebody being abused by a narcissist will do in order to defend or protect themselves, or maybe they've just been pushed and pushed and pushed, and they do explode. They do let out criticisms, curse words towards the narcissist, who will then say, aha, I told you, you have no control, you are the abusive one in this relationship. So through this gaslighting, through this, it's not abuse, it's called reactive abuse by a lot of people, but I hate that, because you are simply reacting after being subjected to abuse over a long period of time. That does not make you the abuser. But the gaslighting tactics of the narcissist will eventually make you believe, even for a short time, that you are in fact the abuser, you are in fact the narcissist. But this is not true. The final point I want to make today is that all healthy-minded people do have some narcissistic traits. That doesn't make them a narcissist, but it is an essential part of survival and being able to thrive, being able to live life in your full potential. If you imagine a sliding scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is no narcissistic traits whatsoever, you never ever think of yourself and consider your own needs, and 10 is a true narcissist, where they are entitled and completely egotistical. Healthy narcissism lies somewhere in the middle, maybe a 4 or a 5, because we are wired to sometimes put our needs first. That means that we practice self-care. It means that we fill our cup so that we can be a better human being. If we are at 0, that would make us a complete doormat, just not achieving any of our true potential. So some narcissistic traits are an essential part of being a healthy-minded human being. So just because you may recognize times when you do put yourself first, that does not make you the narcissist. So how does all this land with you? Does it resonate? Does it make sense? Does it bring you any sense of peace? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video and you want to stay in touch, give it a thumbs up to help spread the word, and subscribe so that we can stay in touch. Until next time, take good care of you.